No one expected the attack on New Horizon colony to spark humanity's transformation into a galactic superpower. Their mining outpost, tucked away in the Centauri system, had barely 5,000 inhabitants when the Drachnid warships appeared in orbit. Lieutenant Commander Heather Rhodes stood at her command station aboard the UES Defiant, watching helplessly as the alien vessels descended through the colony's atmosphere. Standard protocol demanded she wait for reinforcements, but the screams coming through the emergency channels made that impossible. Tactical analysis, she barked, her fingers dancing across the holographic interface. The Defiant was a prototype vessel, officially classified as a heavy frigate but packed with experimental technology that even her crew didn't fully understand. 3 Drachnid capital ships, Commander, First Officer Jin Park reported, his neural implant pulsing with data. Energy signatures unlike anything in our database. They are not even bothering to raise shields. Heather's jaw clenched. The Drachnids, a species that had dominated their sector of space for millennia, didn't consider humanity worthy of their full attention. That arrogance was about to cost them dearly. Activate the quantum drive, she ordered. The bridge crew exchanged nervous glances. The drive was untested in combat conditions, its effects on organic tissue still theoretical. Jin protested, Fleet Command specifically ordered. Fleet Command isn't watching their people die. Heather's voice cut through the tension like a plasma torch. Initiate quantum surge on my mark. The Defiant's experimental engine core hummed to life, reality itself seeming to bend around the ship. What happened next would be studied in military academies for generations to come. The Drachnid ships never saw them coming. One moment, the Defiant was holding position at the system's edge. The next, it materialized inside the lead vessel's defensive envelope, conventional weapons blazing even as the quantum wake torn their shields apart from within. Multiple hull breaches on the enemy flagship, Jin reported, amazement evident in his voice. Their shield technology, it's incompatible with quantum distortions. We're literally tearing them apart at the subatomic level. But the Drachnids hadn't conquered a quarter of known space through weakness. Their response was devastating. Energy beams lanced out from their remaining ships, burning through the Defiant's armor like paper. The bridge shook violently as systems began to fail. Direct hit to engineering. Lieutenant Ramirez shouted from her station. Quantum core is destabilizing. Heather made a decision that would change the course of human history. Divert all power to the core. Set it to overload. Commander, that'll trigger a quantum cascade. The blast radius will take out their entire fleet. Heather's eyes were hard as she activated the ship-wide comm, all hands, abandon ship. Get to the colony's bunkers. That's an order. As escape pods launched from the dying vessel, Heather remained at her post, manually adjusting the quantum core's containment fields. The Drachnid ships, sensing victory, moved closer to finish off their wounded prey. The explosion was visible from Earth's telescopes. A new type of energy, born from humanity's desperate innovation, ripped through spacetime itself. When the light faded, the Drachnid fleet was gone, reduced to their component atoms by forces they'd never imagined possible. The battle lasted less than 15 minutes. Its consequences would echo for centuries. In the aftermath, as rescue ships arrived to find a colony saved and a new type of warfare invented, the true impact began to emerge. Analysis of the quantum event revealed something extraordinary. The Drachnid ships had been carrying data cores, their contents scattered but recoverable across the quantum wake. This is incredible, Dr. Yuki Chen breathed, examining the fragments of alien technology in her lab aboard the UES Prometheus. Their entire technological database, their strategic plans. They were planning to exterminate us, but now. Admiral James Chen, her father and commander of Earth's defense fleet, studied the holographic displays with growing anticipation. Now we have everything we need to fight back. Not just their weapons, their entire technological foundation. In the hospital wing, Heather Rhodes recovered from quantum exposure, her cells forever altered by proximity to the core breach. As medical staff puzzled over her changing physiology, she dictated her report to Fleet Command. The Drachnids considered us primitive, she concluded, watching her skin shimmer with residual quantum energy. They thought they could conquer or kill us at their leisure. Instead, they've given us the keys to their kingdom. And we're going to use them. Within 24 hours, humanity's first wartime government was established. The recovered Drachnid data revealed not just an imminent invasion, but a vast interstellar empire ripe for challenge. Emergency protocols were enacted, industrial bases converted, and a new era of human evolution began. In her hospital bed, Heather smiled as she watched Earth's shipyards begin construction of the first true human battle fleet. The Drachnids had meant to end humanity's expansion into space. Instead, they had planted the seeds of their own destruction, and the birth of the Terran Empire. The orbital command center above Mars buzzed with frantic activity as Admiral Victoria Kane stared at the holographic display. Red dots representing Drachnid warships were spreading across human space like a viral infection. 6 colonies had gone dark in the past week alone. Status report on Project Phoenix, she demanded, her cybernetic hand clenching involuntarily. The loss of her original limb during the Battle of Proxima had been a wake-up call. Humanity needed to evolve or die. Commander Julian Reeves, head of R&D, stepped forward. His dark skin gleamed with neural interface implants that connected him directly to Earth's defense grid. The first batch of enhanced soldiers is ready, Admiral. The neural physical augmentations have exceeded all expectations. The holoscreen shifted to show footage from the training grounds. 300 soldiers moved with impossible speed and precision, their bodies enhanced with cutting-edge biotechnology. What had started as desperate experimentation after the first Drachnid attacks had evolved into humanity's greatest weapon. And the new fleet. Victoria's eyes narrowed as she studied the classified schematics appearing before her. The Aurora-class battleships are complete. Julian's voice carried a note of pride. We've successfully integrated the recovered Drachnid technology with our own innovations. These ships aren't just copies, they are better. A distant explosion rocked the command center. Victoria steadied herself against the tactical table as warning klaxons blared. Lieutenant Commander Reezer Patel burst onto the bridge, his uniform singed. Drachnid Strike Force just jumped in system, he reported. They've somehow bypassed our early warning network. Multiple capital ships, headed straight for the Phoenix facility. Victoria's mind raced. The enhanced soldiers weren't ready for deployment, but they were out of options. The Drachnids had somehow learned about Project Phoenix, and they meant to destroy humanity's best hope for survival. Launch the Aurora fleet, she ordered. And get those soldiers into the fight. Now. What followed would be remembered as the Battle of Mars, the moment that changed the course of the war. The new Aurora-class ships moved with unprecedented agility, their hybrid human Drachnid technology allowing them to match the alien vessels move for move. But it was the enhanced soldiers who truly turned the tide. Dropped into the massive Drachnid assault carriers in boarding pods, they demonstrated exactly why humanity would not go quietly into extinction. Victoria watched through tactical feeds as her enhanced troops tore through the alien ships. Their augmented strength and speed, combined with human ingenuity and desperation, proved devastating against the physically superior but tactically rigid Drachnids. Julian's voice was tense. We're picking up unusual energy signatures from the Drachnid flagship. They are charging something big. Before Victoria could respond, a massive energy beam lanced out from the alien vessel, cutting through Mars' orbital defense grid like paper. The command center shook violently as emergency force field generators strained to compensate. Get me aligned to General Rhodes on Earth, Victoria ordered, her mind already formulating a new strategy. It's time to activate the Lazarus Protocol. The general's hologram appeared, his expression grim. You know what this means, Victoria. Once we cross this line, there's no going back. Humanity will be forever changed. We're already changed, she replied, watching as another colony marker went dark on the tactical display. The question is whether we control that change or let it control us. Rhodes nodded slowly. Very well. Lazarus Protocol authorized. God help us all. Throughout human space, hidden facilities hummed to life. Millions of cryogenic pods began their awakening sequences, releasing specially selected civilians who had undergone extensive genetic modification. This was humanity's backup plan, not just enhanced soldiers, but an enhanced species. As Victoria prepared to coordinate the counterattack, she received an unexpected transmission. The feed showed Dr. Elena Volkov, lead scientist of the Phoenix Project, her lab coat stained with blood. "Admiral," Elena's voice was urgent. "The Drachnid prisoners, we've finished analyzing their neural patterns. They are being controlled. Some kind of psychic network linking back to their home system. If we can disrupt it." The transmission cut off as another explosion rocked the facility. But Victoria had heard enough. A plan began forming in her mind, one that would either save humanity or doom it completely. "Commander Reeves," she called out. "How quickly can we adapt our neural interfaces to broadcast on the same frequency as the Drachnid network?" Julian's eyes widened as he grasped her intention. "You want to hijack their entire command structure? That's brilliant. And terrifying. Send the specs to all Aurora-class ships," Victoria ordered. "And get me a direct link to every enhanced soldier in the field. We're about to rewrite the rules of this war." As she issued commands and watched her forces regroup, Victoria knew that this was more than just another battle. This was the moment humanity stopped merely surviving and started building an empire. The Drachnids had wanted to eliminate a potential rival. Instead, they were about to create something far more dangerous, a humanity that would never be vulnerable again.
Operation Stormbreak began with a lie. As humanity's first major offensive against the Drachnid hegemony launched, quantum-enhanced beacons broadcast false fleet signatures across 50 star systems. The enemy, expecting human forces to strike from the Orion Arm, had concentrated their defenses in the wrong sector entirely. Fleet Admiral Heather Rhodes, her body now permanently altered by quantum exposure, stood on the bridge of the UES Vengeance. The massive warship represented everything humanity had learned and stolen from their enemies. Its hybrid quantum drive core pulsed with power that would have been unimaginable 6 months ago. "All battle groups report ready," First Admiral Marcus Chin announced, his neural implants streaming tactical data directly to the Fleet Command Network. Quantum signatures masked. "The Drachnids still think we're gathering at Proxima Centauri." Heather allowed herself a grim smile. "Begin Phase 1. Let's show them how humans wage war." Across the void, 500 ships of the newly christened Terran Strike Fleet materialized simultaneously inside Drachnid territory. Their quantum drives, refined from the technology discovered at New Horizon, allowed them to bypass conventional defenses entirely. The first target was the Drachnid shipyards at Nexus Prime. Before the alien defenders could react, waves of quantum-tipped missiles streaked through space. The resulting cascade reactions didn't just destroy the facilities, they erased them from existence at the subatomic level. "Multiple Drachnid battle groups responding," Marcus reported. "They're attempting to establish their psychic command network." "Perfect." Heather activated the ship-wide comm all vessels, initiate Protocol Omega. "Deploy the Harbingers." From the launch bays of every human ship, specialized pods erupted into space. Each contained a quantum-enhanced human soldier, volunteers who had undergone the same transformation as Heather. The Drachnids had no defense against these troops, whose altered physiology allowed them to interface directly with the quantum field. "Harbinger Squad Alpha, breaching enemy flagship," Captain Diana Patel's voice crackled through the comm. Her team of enhanced soldiers phased through the Drachnid vessel's hull like ghosts, their quantum-infused bodies ignoring conventional matter. The alien crew never stood a chance. Their psychic network, once their greatest strength, became their undoing. As the Harbingers engaged, their quantum-altered brainwaves disrupted the Drachnid command structure. Entire battle groups fell into chaos as their neural links collapsed. "Admiral," Marcus called out, "we're detecting unusual energy signatures from the Drachnid home system." They're asking for parley." Heather's eyes narrowed. "After all this time, now they want to talk?" "Put them through." The holographic image that appeared showed a Drachnid High Commander, its crystalline exoskeleton crackling with nervous energy. This is impossible," it chittered. "Your species was primitive. contained. How did you master quantum manipulation so quickly? You should have finished us when you had the chance, Heather replied coldly. Instead, you gave us time to learn. To evolve. Humanity doesn't just adapt, we transform. We offer terms, the Drachnid leader began, but Heather cut the transmission with a gesture. All ships, continue the assault, she ordered. The time for negotiations was before they tried to exterminate us. The battle raged for hours, but its outcome was never in doubt. One by one, Drachnid strongholds fell to the combined might of quantum technology and enhanced human soldiers. Their mighty empire, built over thousands of years, crumbled in the face of humanity's relentless advance. In the aftermath, as human ships secured their conquests, an unexpected message arrived from Earth. The newly formed Terran Council had made a historic decision. In light of humanity's victories and rapidly expanding territory, a new political entity would be established. The Terran Empire, Heather read aloud, standing before her assembled fleet commanders. They're calling it the dawn of a new era. And you, Admiral, Marcus added with a slight smile, are being recalled to Earth for the coronation ceremony. They're saying we need more than just military leaders now. We need someone who understands what humanity has become. What we can still become. Heather gazed out at the stars, stars that now belonged to humanity. The quantum energy flowing through her body hummed in harmony with the ship's drive core. They had started this war fighting for survival. They would end it as masters of a new empire. Send word to all commands, she ordered. The war isn't over, but its nature has changed. We're no longer fighting just to defeat the Drachnids. We're fighting to build something new. Something that will ensure humanity never faces extinction again. As the Vengeance prepared to jump back to Earth, Heather received one final report. The Harbingers had discovered something in the conquered Drachnid archives, evidence of other advanced civilizations, watching and waiting to see who would emerge victorious from this conflict. Humanity's first galactic war was ending. The Age of the Terra. The Grand Assembly Hall of New Earth's capital gleamed with quantum-forged crystal, its architecture a testament to humanity's mastery of stolen Drachnid technology. Emperor-designate Heather Rhodes stood before the gathered representatives of 27 human worlds, her quantum-altered form radiating power that even non-enhanced humans could sense. The Drachnid hegemony is not defeated, she declared, her voice carrying to every corner of the vast chamber. They've merely retreated to their core systems, gathering allies. If we hesitate now, everything we've built will burn. First Admiral Marcus Chen stepped forward, neural interfaces projecting tactical data across the chamber's holographic displays. Our intelligence networks have confirmed it. 3 alien species have pledged support to the Drachnids, the Vorax, the Cthid Dominion, and the Spiral Collective. The assembly erupted in worried murmurs. Humanity had barely survived one advanced alien empire. Now they faced a coalition of 4. Let them come. The new voice belonged to Director Diana Patel, commander of the Harbinger Corps. Her enhanced soldiers had become the spear tip of human military might. While they gathered allies, we've been evolving. Show them. At her signal, the holographic display shifted to reveal humanity's newest weapon. The massive shipyards orbiting Mars had produced something unprecedented, a vessel that merged quantum technology with human consciousness itself. The Prometheus Initiative, Diana explained, her eyes glowing with quantum energy. Not just a warship. A quantum entity with a human soul. The ultimate expression of what we've become. The assembled leaders watched in awe as test footage played. The prototype vessel, crewed entirely by enhanced humans, demonstrated capabilities that defied conventional physics. It didn't just travel through space, it rewrote reality around itself. The alien coalition will strike within the month, Heather continued. They think they're facing the same humans they nearly destroyed a year ago. They're wrong. Authorization for full military transformation is now extended to all citizens who volunteer. The age of baseline humanity is over. The vote that followed was merely a formality. Within hours, the Terran Empire was officially proclaimed, with Heather Rhodes as its first emperor. Her first act was to authorize Operation Ascendance, the largest military campaign in human history. The response from the alien coalition came swiftly. A massive fleet, combining the technologies of 4 advanced civilizations, emerged from quantum space near Saturn. Their numbers were overwhelming, their weapons capable of destroying entire planets. They never stood a chance. The Prometheus, commanded by Diana Patel herself, demonstrated why humanity's path of evolution was superior. As alien energy weapons fired, the quantum human hybrid vessel literally absorbed the attacks, its enhanced crew converting the energy into pure computational power. Multiple quantum breaches detected, Marcus reported from the Imperial flagship. Harbinger teams are inside their command ships. The battle that followed would be remembered as the moment humanity proved itself the dominant species of the galaxy. Enhanced human soldiers, their bodies and minds merged with quantum energy, tore through alien defenses like they were made of paper. The Prometheus danced through spacetime, its human consciousness allowing it to predict and counter every enemy strategy. They're retreating, Diana's voice echoed through the quantum network that now linked all enhanced humans. The Vorax fleet is breaking formation. The Kthid are attempting emergency quantum jumps. Heather's orders rang across the battlefield, no survivors. Show them the price of threatening humanity's existence. The Prometheus's final attack rewrote the laws of physics in a sphere 50,000 kilometers wide. When reality stabilized, the alien armada had ceased to exist. Not destroyed, erased from the universe itself. Hours later, as Imperial forces secured their victory, Heather stood in her private chambers aboard the flagship. The quantum energy flowing through her body showed her possibilities, future timelines where humanity's dominance reached far beyond this single galaxy. A priority transmission interrupted her contemplation. Marcus's hologram appeared, his expression grave. Emperor, our quantum scouts have detected something interesting. Beyond the galactic core, there's evidence of advanced civilizations watching us. Some appear to be even more advanced than the Drachnids. Heather smiled. This was exactly what humanity needed, new challenges, new technologies to absorb, new heights to reach. Prepare the fleet, Admiral. The Terran Empire wasn't built to defend a single galaxy. It was built to rule them all. As orders went out across human space, millions of citizens lined up at transformation centers, eager to undergo the quantum enhancement process. Their species had been forced to evolve by alien aggression. Now, that evolution would become their greatest weapon. The First Galactic War was ending. The age of human dominance was just beginning. The Imperial Palace on New Earth shimmered with quantum energy, its crystalline spires reaching into the violet sky. Emperor Heather Rhodes, her form now more energy than matter, gazed across the assembled representatives of conquered and allied species. 1 year had passed since the great victory over the alien coalition, and the Terran Empire had grown beyond anyone's wildest expectations. The age of division is over, she declared, her voice resonating through both physical space and the quantum network that now connected all enhanced humans. Today, we unite not just humanity, but all species under one banner. The vast chamber held an unprecedented gathering, Drachnid lords, their once mighty empire now a protectorate of human space, Vorax chiefs, their warrior culture transformed by quantum enhancement, representatives from 100 lesser species, all drawn to humanity's unstoppable ascension. First Admiral Marcus Chen, his neural interfaces now fully merged with quantum technology, projected a galactic map that filled the chamber. Dots of imperial gold marked human-controlled space, nearly 60% of the known galaxy. Our transformation continues, he announced. The Prometheus fleet is operational. 40 vessels, each with a quantum human hybrid consciousness at its core. Our technological superiority is absolute. But even this triumph paled before what director Diana Patel revealed next. Her Harbinger core had made a discovery that would change everything. Beyond our galaxy, she began, quantum energy crackling around her form, we've detected advanced civilizations watching us. Some have technology that rivals our own. Others. She paused, letting the implications sink in. Others appear to be truly godlike. The chamber erupted in worried murmurs, quickly silenced as Emperor Rhodes raised her hand. "This is not a cause for fear," she declared. "This is our destiny. Humanity wasn't meant to rule a single galaxy. We were meant to transcend it." The holographic display shifted, showing the Prometheus fleet in action. The ships moved as one organism, their enhanced human crews linking with the quantum fabric of reality itself. They didn't just travel through space, they commanded it. "Operation Transcendence begins today," Heather announced. "Our empire will expand beyond this galaxy, seeking out these advanced civilizations. Not to destroy them, but to absorb their knowledge, their power, their very essence. Just as we did with the Drachnids." As if on cue, the Drachnid High Commander stepped forward. "Once their greatest enemy, now one of their strongest allies. The humans showed us a truth we had forgotten," it chittered. "Evolution is not about domination, but transformation. They did not simply defeat us, they elevated us." The proof stood behind the Drachnid leader, enhanced members of its own species, their crystalline bodies now infused with quantum energy, their minds linked to the same network that connected all Imperial citizens. "The future belongs to those who dare to evolve," Heather continued. "Our war began with survival. It transformed into conquest. Now, it becomes something greater, a crusade to uplift all sentient life to its highest potential." The chamber's quantum field hummed with possibility as she revealed humanity's ultimate plan. The Prometheus fleet would lead an expedition beyond the galaxy, seeking out those godlike civilizations. But they wouldn't go as conquerors. "We go as pioneers," she declared. "Every species that joins us willingly will receive the same gifts we have: quantum enhancement, technological advancement, evolutionary transcendence. Those who resist..." Her eyes flashed with power. "Will learn why humanity now rules the stars." As the assembly concluded, Heather received an urgent communication from the Prometheus fleet's advanced scouts. They had detected something extraordinary, a massive structure of clearly artificial origin, floating in the void between galaxies. "It's some kind of gateway," Diana reported, her consciousness linked directly to the scout ships. "The energy readings, they're beyond anything we've ever seen. This could be the key to reaching those advanced civilizations." Heather smiled. This was what she had been waiting for, proof that humanity's destiny extended far beyond their humble origins. They had survived extinction, conquered their galaxy, and transformed their very species. Now, they would transcend reality itself. "Prepare the fleet," she ordered. "The Terran Empire enters a new age. We'll find these godlike beings, learn their secrets, and prove that humanity's potential knows no bounds." As quantum-enhanced humans across the galaxy received the news through their shared network, a sense of anticipation built. Their first galactic war had forged them into something new, something greater. Now, that transformation would spread across the cosmos itself. The Terran Empire had been born in fire and desperation. It would expand through innovation and evolution. And its reach would extend to the very edges of existence. Humanity's next great adventure was about to begin.